fuck's sake.
They almost heard that phrase. Just be careful. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Streamstructor. As you might have heard, with a slight expletive, which I apologise for completely, I have with me, of course, Fraser. How you doing, mate?
I'm very well, thank you. But at the moment, we must have a delay because it's still saying Streamstructor on my screen.
It will do. It's about 20-second delay.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm well, thank you. I have a rare baby and fiance day off.
Right.
So I'm being very rebellious, and I'm doing chores in between our live stream.
Very, very domesticated of you.
I've always been domesticated. No, we've had this argument in the past. I have always been domesticated. Thank you very much. It's just we in between Race and Harrison and me doing work and Siobhan and I spending like quality time together when Harrison's asleep. When that happens, ha 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 ha, we have your time is taken up almost entirely. So when it comes to doing chores, you're like, oh, and every day the chores are the same. It's cleaning out the animals, making sure they're fed and water, taking out the rubbish, doing the dishes, putting a wash on in the clothes, which I've just done, and washing and sterilising bottles and making up bottles for the night ahead. So your day becomes very groundhoggy. So, and not a complaint, that's just life as a parent.
Yeah, absolutely. Has the washing gone down a bit now? Harrison's a bit more controlled in his movements, or is it still as bad as it ever was when you first started?
Oh God, no. He never ever. There was never any poo or any pee problems in his clothes. It was always just when he was a bit spit uppy or a bit sick. But the boy has a talent. And that talent is he can spit up and spew and miss his clothes entirely and only land on yours. It's a gift.
It is a gift. He's a boy as well, so he's probably been training for it in the womb.
My boy is talented at one thing, and that's puking up on me. And whenever I put on, like, a new jumper will come out of the wash and it'll be dry and it'll be ready, and I was like, oh, I love this hoodie or whatever, he guarantees he will spew on it because he's just a wee fanny.
Excuse the language once again.
Fanny's not a bad word. Fanny's what you have. Fanny's a bum.
Yes. For most of the people who watch this, yes, Fanny would be a bum. But it's a bit more crude in Scotland.
You get a fanny pack.
You do. Yes, you do.
I'm not having that nonsense, Barry. If you're gonna censor me that badly, then we're gonna fall out.
Well, it's been a few months since you were on here, but I almost fell out of you last month. I don't know how you managed to infiltrate my live stream in the middle of the St Andrew's Mine video, but
my lawyer, Seamus Patrick Gallagher of 67 Thornwood Roads Drive, has told me not to make any comment.
Yeah, that's probably wise, because I'll probably make a few comments otherwise. But yes, I was a bit surprised that when I'm looking back and we're going, right, it's staying, but I don't know how he's done it.
We're not, I can't, for legal reasons, I can neither confirm nor deny that happened. Move on.
Mind you, you've probably done the best William Wallace 6 facts better than I would ever do. Well, rather 5
It was
5
facts. I mean, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I can neither confirm nor deny. And I can neither confirm or deny that it's going to happen again.
Yes, I know.
Not tonight, don't worry. You're safe.
I was thinking today, you're here, so you can only do one thing at once. So
I can neither confirm nor deny.
But yeah, April is here. This is a week earlier than I planned because I have a reenactment event that's come up for Stirling Castle of Easter weekend, so that's going to be fun. So I won't be available at that point. Plus, my bank holiday weekend is quite busy with other things apart from that. So it isn't. I'm not going to be able to get a live stream done. So I've swapped it around. You'll get Kelvin Grove Museum next week as a vlog instead of this week. So
fancy.
There we go. Absolutely. Speaking of things coming up and running order, we'll just quickly go over today. It's been really Doctor Who related today. The past couple of vlogs that we've shown and things like that, because we've had the Worlds of Wonder, which is done brilliantly.
Good.
I'm really pleased with the views that's happened with that. It was excellent views already.
I think you were as amused with Worlds of Wonder as I was amused with Worlds of Wonder, and We'll talk about that whenever you want to talk about that. Return to Cardiff. I'm not in that one. Why would you have me on if I'm not in it?
This is the one. This is the one I went for about a month before the Doctor Who exhibition closed.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll forgive you.
And that was 6 years ago. Hard to believe.
Right. Well, I'll forgive you.
So it was that one, and of course I went back to Cardiff in August, which you guys will know all about in the vlogs next month. But
are we coming up to the big one?
What, the 100? 100's next month. Yeah.
Woo!
So Kelvin Grove's 98, 99 will be Jedburgh Jail and Castle, and then the 4 episodes of Vlog 100 will be out next month. So yes, right. It's a vlogging month completely. I
cannot believe you're coming up to your last ever vlog. My God. When you set out to do this 52 years ago, you said to me, when I get to 100, I'm done. And you know what, Barry? You've stuck to your words.
I stuck to my word, and I'm going to break it because I'm going to do 101 in July. But there we go. Never mind.
Right, well, you're doing it right. Well, we're stopping at 101. That's plenty. You've done it. You've proved your points.
Maybe not. We'll see.
Proved the point.
Now the next live stream in Doctor Order from 2020 was actually Silver Nemesis, but that's 35 minutes. Plus I have you, and I have a Doctor Who meeting tonight, so that'll be in June. That'll play.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to split that up. I wanted to have that as the one go.
Oh yeah, it's Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a Doctor Who day.
It's a Doctor Who group. Yeah. So. Yeah, I didn't go to the last one. I had something came up and I couldn't do anything with it, so it was a bit of a shame. So it's been a month since I last saw them, so a bit of catch up to do.
That was a bit. That was a bit cloak and daggery. Something.
Cloak and daggery.
Something.
Yeah, well, it was.
Up. No, it's no more Roberts.
No. It was actually reenactment related. That's what happened. A couple of weeks ago, I did some reenactment training, and it was over a couple of days, so I couldn't come to the one on the Sunday.
Or you murdered someone, and you're covering your tracks.
That's the cloak and dagger. You guys will just have to find out.
I can never confirm or deny.
Can never confirm or deny. No, absolutely. Yeah, let's have a talk about Worlds of Wonder while we're on that subject. And yes,
let's just throw your schedule at the plan. I'm totally not ordering food. Siobhan is not a pizza person. She's not a pizza person in the slightest. She always goes, I fancy a pizza, and I go to her. You're not going to like it.
I've actually got pizza with me at the moment.
And she's like, no, I want pizza. And then we get pizza, and she goes, well, so as I am fiance free and baby free, I'm ordering a Domino's.
Quite right. Mine's this little 99 pence. It's fine, but
it's not like I've got to go on a diet for a wedding or anything in less than 3 months, but it's fine. How much money I need to do that? So yeah, Worlds of Wonder. That's bang on the money. World of Wonder, I thought was good but short.
Yes, it's designed to, because it's out. Unlike other things I've done where things have closed down and you won't be able to see them by the time they come out. This one was still live.
Right.
So I wanted to give it an opportunity as a window into it.
Let me rephrase. I didn't mean that your video was short. I mean the Worlds of Wonder. It's not all about you, Babby. It was.
That's a shame because the live stream is supposed to be about me, but there we are.
No, it's Streamstructor that I confirm with the but it's it did feel very. It was a very short experience. I felt.
Mm-hmm.
And we went through, we went back and forth twice. We had Harrison with us, and we were a bit worried that he was going to get a bit fussy and we'd have to leave whatever and have to rush, but he behaved himself admirably. However, there's a photograph of me, Siobhan, and Harrison in front of the TARDIS. One of the security people working there took a photo. 4 of the 5 photos are gorgeous. The 5th one, he is spewing up at the time.
Oh, dear.
But I thought it was quite short, and I wonder if, because I've done the Doctor Who experience when it toured in Glasgow, and I did the Doctor Who experience down in Cardiff, which you're about to put on.
Yeah.
Because I did that so many times, and because it was, it was the walkthrough experience, and then it was 2 floors of props, sets, and costumes.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we were maybe perhaps spoiled.
I think we were spoiled. I mean, this one was based on a theme of science and technology. The other one was just They've got all this Doctor Who stuff.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. But I don't know. It was fine. I'm glad I went. I'm glad I did it. But it's not something I would have rushed back to go to a second time. But we went on my birthday. Siobhan bought me a lovely present, which I'm wearing right now. I got one of the hoodies from there. That's all the words in the shape of a TARDIS, and it was a lovely day. We went and got lunch, so it was for my birthday, so it was all good.
Well, I do have to go back to the National Museum of Scotland. It is massive, and I have no chance to go through it.
No, it's huge.
It is huge. Although their cleaning schedule with their cleaning people needs to be a bit more less in sync.
Why?
I got there and I wanted to go to
the
loo.
It's the toilets, isn't it? We ran into that problem as well when Siobhan was heavily pregnant and needed a pee, and all the toilets were out of action at the same time.
And I actually grumped and I got caught by a tour guide grumping up these stairs going. But it's like it was one of these funny comedy sketch, You go to ground floor, okay, I'll go up to the first floor. By the time you got up to the first floor, the next set of cleaners had gone in there. Then you get up to the second floor, next set of cleaners go in there. It's like getting up to the friggin' 6th level and I'm swearing and cursing.
I don't blame you for grumping, because if you need to pee, you need to pee, and they shouldn't have, like, for example, what if you were really pregnant and needed a pee? Like, they shouldn't have all the toilets out of commission at the same time. I think that's bad planning.
I mean, the guy who got me on the stairs when he heard me grumping, I explained to him, saying, every level I'm going up to, the toilets are shut. Oh, we need to clean them, sir.
Yes,
Cheeky so-and-so. I said, yeah, but every level?
Yeah,
as you're going up?
Exactly.
Sorry, doesn't sound right to me. That's cheeky.
That doesn't sit well with you. That's what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Nope, I wholeheartedly agree with you. They need to sort the toilet schedule.
I said I'd do rantings in this live stream. You've given me the opportunity to do so. Thank you, Fraser. But while we're on the subject about travelling and things like that, I was supposed to mention it last time or a couple of times ago, but I didn't. So I just want to mention it this time about the travelling back up from Heathrow. And my bane of my life, lorries overtaking each other on motorways.
Oh, ugh. I was driving, so we had the big meeting at Bob Burney House. Oh, giveaway, we were getting married. That's right. So we're getting married at Bob Burney House, and we had our meeting, the big planning meeting, and Anne-Marie, Siobhan's mum, drove here to pick up me, Siobhan Harrison, and I drove back, so we split the drive. And my God, why are lorries determined to overtake each other when A, they're supposed to be in the slow lane, and B, they're all capped at 50 miles an hour? Nobody can win that race. We lose, but nobody can win.
Just imagine M6 between Preston Bypass and the M62, or 4 lanes of traffic. Lorry, 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 lorry. No wonder the traffic's getting annoyed.
I would rather crap in my hand than clap.
Oh, so yeah, that's the only bit that's made me narc like hell when it comes to going up motorways recently is that. When I went to Beamish last month, was it last month? No, it was in February. I've done a lot of filming.
I know, and you're finished now. You've done your 100 month. You can relax now. You can relax now. Your film is done. That's you.
No, I'm carrying on. Are
you gonna go for You're gonna go for 200.
I'm gonna go as long as my body will let me. But...
So you're gonna go for 200.
Yeah. The way it's going. Basically, when the Doctor Who reviews can finish, I'll finish the vlogs.
Oh Jesus, Barry, we'll all be dead by then.
I mean, Jamie's right. It's going to take another 20 years for me to do it at the current rate.
And he might have said that to you in a pleasant manner, but when he said it to me, it wasn't so nice.
Because he's right, he's done the figures. Like, if I'm doing about 500, nearly 600 reviews, if you include all the Big Finish monthly adventures, that's 20 years.
And your kind of your uphill struggle is it's like running up on a downwards treadmill escalator, if you will. There's only ever going to be more content released. Mm-hmm. So it's like a few years ago, I came to the sad realization that I will never see all Marvel movies in my lifetime. Because, not my lifetime, but all the movies that are coming out will be did.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, as long as they do 8 or 10 a year, then I can catch up because I can do about 28 a year. But
Right.
so we can maybe add another 5 years on to the total that Jamie
I
predicted.
have a sneaky suspicion that they're going to be doing 8 episodes to begin with of this new series, but I think, and Russell did say, like, give us time, give us patience. I think they'll creep back up to 10.
I hope they do.
And I think 10 is the right number because Picard is 10. I think The Mandalorian
Is it 10? I thought it was a bit more than that this
No.
season. No.
All 3 seasons of Picard is 10, and I stupidly thought that it was 8 for some reason, and it was like, oh, it's time to watch episode 7. I said, bloody hell, how are they going to wrap all of this up in 2 episodes? It's 10.
Oh my god, I am see the past 2 episodes, 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them have had brilliant emotional beats at one point.
Was
Absolutely
6
perfect.
Was 6 the one on Daystrom with Data?
No, the one for me was Geordie.
Date isn't that one.
Date's in that one as well, but the emotional hit for me was when Geordie was talking about his kids.
Yep.
And the one before was Rowe speaking to Picard in 10 Forward.
Yeah, what's really been nice about they've progressed all of the characters on lovely, because last night I didn't know what to watch because when you're in a long-term relationship you find you watch a lot of the same shows, so you're not allowed to watch the next episode of something if you're on your own. So I'm currently banned from watching Ted Lasso, so I didn't know what else to watch, and I'm not allowed to watch New Quantum Leap yet either. So I was like, what am I going to watch? And I ended up putting on the best next-gen film there is.
First Contact.
Well done, good boy. And just seeing all the characters where they are at that stage in the films to where they are now in Picard, you can see there's a lovely curve of where they are and where they are. But the TV show's been so good at allowing them to not just be characters in a Star Trek universe. They're just, they feel more like real people now, I feel. But I'm loving Picard, and I'm going to be very sad when it comes to an end. But we're getting lots of new shows announced.
Looks like it, yeah, absolutely. We'll get to video in a minute, it's fine. This is what happens. My thing about Picard is, and one of the great things I think they've actually done a good service for, is 7 of 9.
Yeah.
They've made sure that Jerry Ryan gets a chance to have her character the way she wants it.
Yeah, give her a spin-off. Absolutely give her a spin-off. I never noticed. I watched First Contact last night, and maybe the first time I watched First Contact, I hadn't watched all of Next Gen properly, but I didn't realise that Reg is in First Contact. And I was like, oh my god, it's Reg! Being typical Reg. And apparently, in real life, he got lost on the way to set. He was 4 hours late and they had to go find him. It's like, that was bang on Reg.
Not meaning to reference another of his shows he's famous for. I pity the fool, but there we are.
I am excited for Romulus. And I'm excited for Academy's been a long time coming.
Look, we need something more with Tilly. We definitely do. So I agree with that one.
Is it going to be centered on Tilly though, or like I didn't know when Academy's set.
Well, it's 32nd century. They kind of gave the hint in Series 4 of Discovery that Tilly is going to effectively be the main spin-off for that. Yeah,
and if they're ending Discovery after 5, which to me makes sense, because I think Discovery has gone as far as it can go.
I think the idea of putting to 32nd century extended the series by a couple of years.
I think that was the smartest thing they could have done with Discovery, is set it ahead of everything that's already been. I think that was a clever choice. Give Janeway a series. I don't know why we're humming and hawing.
Well, they've got her in Prodigy as a voiceover, that's a soft launch for Kate Mulgrew.
Give her her own show. I know it'll practically be Picard again, but I think that's the way to go. William Shatner's sitting in his house going, but they should absolutely give Janeway her own show.
Well, to be fair, if you want to bring Shatner back, they have Kirk in Daystrom.
True, but they won't do it because
they won't do it. They'll Golemise him or something like that, and maybe get Chris Pine to pop up, or the one that plays in Strange New Worlds for him. Yeah,
Shatner's a gigantic homophobe, so let's just leave him out of it. But bring in anyone else. Bring in Pine. It's never going to happen, but I want a 4th movie on the reboot team.
Mm-hmm.
But they would never get them back. Not now. Chris Pine, I think, would do it in a drop of a hat. Carol Urban would probably do it at a drop of a hat.
Zachary Quinto probably as well.
He
but
won't
the rest,
do it.
I'm not sure.
He won't do it.
He won't
do it. I don't think I think he was done after 2, and they managed to convince him to do 3.
To be fair, when it comes to Zachary Quinto, I still think of him as the guy who cuts people's heads open with his finger.
Exactly.
Heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's his famous role for me.
Another show that stayed for 2 seasons too long, but it's yeah, I don't think they'll get him back. And is it only a matter of time before they reboot the next gen cast?
Would they though?
I don't know. I think it would muddy the water. I think what they should do is just give us because the showrunner for Picard wants to do Star Trek Legacy, carrying on from where we've got, and there's enough characters here that I would love to see carry on. I think they're going to kill off Troy.
Well, that's something that Marina Sirtis wanted to happen in the movies, apparently.
If they kill off Riker, I'll be raging.
I don't think they'll kill off Riker.
Because Riker's been my favourite this season, and Worf.
Worf has been fantastic.
But there's also not been enough Troy for my liking.
Yeah, not so far there hasn't, no. But as I say, that could warm up, especially when she's now part of the interrogation, or at least we think it's Troy. It may not be. It might be a changeling.
That's what I was thinking, but I think it's Troy.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. It's been an excellent series.
It has been an excellent series. Before we go on to the actual video, I just want to have a quick chat of you, a tribute to Paul O'Grady, because that was one of the biggest celebrity shocks for me.
That hit me a little bit because I grew up watching Blankety Blank. When he hung up the wig and the heels as Lily, he did a couple of different shows, and he did a daytime show on Channel 4, which was hugely popular, and that was the one that Mum and I used to watch together all the time. So that one hit hard, and Amanda Holden was like, "Oh, Paul O'Grady wasn't woke." It's like, behave yourself.
Paul O'Grady wasn't woke.
Yeah.
Excuse me, he was woke before the phrase was coined.
But I love the story that came out when he was Lily Savage back in the 80s on stage, and they got raided during when AIDS was kind of at its most scariest, like when people didn't know enough about it, and the police came in wearing rubber gloves. Yeah. And she said, "Oh, it's good you're here to help with the washing up."
I mean, there's a lot of celebrities that have died recently. I'm going, oh, that's sad, like Olivia Newton-John and things like that. But Paul O'Grady's the first one that actually hit me, and I'm going, oh, I'm stunned about
that. Paul O'Grady, who had 2 links to Doctor Who, obviously was in The Stolen Earth.
Yeah.
Doing his tea time show, and was also in her Channel 4 sketch show. She plays the Doctor in a sketch. Yeah. It's really funny.
It's good. What I watched his eulogy for Cilla Black again, because it's just so hilarious. You know. Yeah. Say 3 Hail Marys, definitely.
they were best friends. So if there is such thing as a heaven, I'm sure he's up there right now with Cilla.
He is. So that is a big shock for me. That one, I think that's the biggest shock of the week for me. Is that one?
It just absolutely came out of the blue.
Well, I mean, he hasn't had good health since he had his heart attacks. But you still would have thought he was up and running now.
Sorry? Yeah, I think he's had several heart attacks. But obviously, like I don't know about you, but you know, I used to watch For the Love of Dogs as well. So no, definitely, it was a sad one.
It was a hard one. It sounds like you want to do a bit of housework, so I might politely let you.
No, it's not. The flooring's come up, but no, the flooring's not come up. But the floor's warped, due to the cold, and a little slat underneath the radiator came loose, and it was bothering me bad. I was staring at it going, "Oh, you wee sod you." So I literally just went and booted it with my foot to get it back.
That's what the clatter was. Fair enough.
I am also primed and ready with my Hoover, ready to Hoover this floor.
Right. Well, you have is this 9 minutes. This one, I can't remember. I think it's a fairly short vlog.
Only 9 minutes.
Yeah. This is the time where I actually managed to manage my time on the vlogs and not just let them run. And it's 17 minutes. So.
My God.
That's enough time. That's surely enough time to go through the house twice. Never mind once.
I'm doing the kitchen and I'm doing the living room. So that will take me. How long have I got? 17
minutes.
Oh, I might even be able to take the recycling out at the same time.
Could do. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, can I mop? Have I got time for a mop?
You can do that during Father's Day. But we've got Facebook birthdays to do as well, so we could have happy birthday. Because there's one person I didn't wish happy birthday to. I wanted to wish, because obviously it was due for...
Barry.
What?
You're so vigilant.
I haven't yet. The reason I haven't is because I thought this live stream was going to go on his birthday, but it's not going to happen. It's a week early, so...
Who is it?
Our perennial favourite, but we'll say more in a minute.
Is it? Was it his birthday?
Yeah. Next Sunday.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
God,
some friend you are.
Barry, I don't even know when my own birthday is.
From next year, I can believe that. Now, no excuse.
I'm turning 39 next year.
Yeah, again. Or 21 plus interest, as one of my work colleagues says.
The fact that I am getting married in less than 3 months and I have a baby and I have a family, 40 will hit a lot less harder.
Yes, well, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
That really makes me feel like I'm oh yeah, well, I'm not going to go into that because that's still hurtful for me. I stopped the resolution for a reason and it's still not working, but there we are.
But that shouldn't. Yeah, dog, yeah. But that is. But to be gifted with knowledge. But the that's not me. That is not a rubbing the face in comment. That is just. David Tennant was 42 when he had. His first child. So, and Georgia is a bit younger, so that's how that goes. And I always said that as long as I had a kid by the time I was 42, I was fine. Mm-hmm. And that's my personal journey. That's my path. That's not the path for everyone else.
No. There
are many paths to what you want. You might think it's going to be one thing, but it could turn out to be another thing, and that's fine too.
Absolutely.
Thank
you for that vote of confidence.
You don't follow in other people's footsteps. Make your own bloody path.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, I'm going to go on before I start getting too maudling about this thing. You know, it's a bane of my life, that sort of thing. But we'll move on at the moment, and we'll get on with the next video. So yes, time for
a Hoover.
Return to Cardiff, and your turn for the Hoover. Woohoo! Yes. Good morning. Excuse me if I don't look directly at camera. I am driving. I am going on a trip. It's the second week of August. It's the 7th of August 2017, and I am travelling on a little mini holiday. I'm going for a drive. I've been to this place before, but last time it was with friends. This time it's on my own, so we'll see what adventures I get up to this time, and hopefully I enjoy them immensely. Welcome to another vlog. I've just had a lovely lunch in Penrith. Go back to the car now. Lovely Italian place I found, a little off the market square. Really quite nice. But I need to get going, I need to get on, I need to get down to Cardiff, and I need to get down rather quickly. So it's going to be quite an intense journey now to get down there. But let's see how we go, shall we? Hooray! We're in Wales! Finally! Well, I'm here. Didn't get to Cardiff until about 9:30. Didn't find this place until about 9:45. Best laid plans, eh? Leaving at 9:30 to be here for, or 9 o'clock to be here for 5 o'clock. Fortunately, two things happened. Obviously, I realised that it'd be an hour and a half later because I stopped at Penrith for 2 hours nearly. But there's 2 sets of traffic jams, both on the M6. Both knocked me back an hour, which is a pain. So, really annoyed that I'm late again. I never seem to get down to Cardiff without hitting roadworks on the M6. It just seems to be the bane of my life. But regardless of that, I'm here. And time for the sleep, I think. It's a basic hotel room, as you can see here. It's very, very basic. But what do you expect for 48 quid in Wales? It'll do the job. I can rest my head. I can have a night's sleep and take it from there. But tomorrow, a lot of things going on. A lot of places to see, things to do. I'm going to check out and get my tickets for the Doctor Who experience tonight in preparation. I'll pick them up tomorrow. Well, take it tomorrow, of course, at the venue. See you then. Good morning. It's a bright new day. It's very sunny outside, as you can see. Not the best view in the world, I suppose, but hey. Yes, this is first full day in Cardiff. Last full day in Cardiff. Little story. Supposed to go to Doctor Who experience. Plan was to go this morning, but idiot here didn't think it through, because last time he got in on the day when he turned up. This time round it's a little bit more difficult because it closes on the 9th of September. So to be fair, you'll probably find that you need to book ahead, which is what I did. So I don't have a ticket until the 3 o'clock tour, which means I've got most of the day to go and do something else. You will see it, but it will be a separate little vlog because I'm castle exploring again, and those always are fun. But I'll catch you later on. I'm going to get some breakfast now, but I'll catch you later on at the Doctor Who experience at Cardiff Bay. She's going. Oh, lucky! Lucky, 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 lucky. Stupendously lucky. Yes. Luck is with me. There. I curbed it as well, which doesn't help. Well, there we are, my main reason for being here. Really sad. No, it's the last chance I'm going to get to do this. They close on the 9th of September, or 3rd September, so last chance I'm going to be able to see the exhibit. It should be the same interactive tour as last time, which means I won't be able to film it, but it's more the stuff afterwards and the pinball machine I'm interested in. Let's go have a look at them though. I am the biggest kid in the world. No, that's me. Done the Doctor Who experience for the last time. I've not even played Doctor Who Pinball. Problem was, I think the time it spanned was a bit broken, so I got a few more shots than I was expecting to. But it's really good to actually finally play the real thing after playing the electronic version, of which I've done a review of. Click, click, link, link. Anyway, let's go have a look around Cardiff Bay, and then I've got one more location to do on this holiday before I've done everything I wanted to do, and then I'll go find something to eat, I think, as well. That might be another idea. But just before I go, thank you, Doctor Who Experience. It's been worthwhile. Thank you very much. I've even got a lot of goodies, a lot more than I normally would do, but it's the last time. It's the last time I'm going to be able to spend that sort of money in there. Sod it. Sod it. Anyway, let's keep going, shall we? I'm back at home. It's about a week after I returned home from Cardiff, but I just thought I'd slip this in the future from when the video was created, the video was filmed, just to tell you what I've actually got from the Doctor Who experience, because I bought quite a lot. First up, I have this poster, which came in this lovely bag with the rest of it. I'll show you the bag. So you've got the bag here, and it says Gallifrey Museum of Gallifrey on there, which is part of the plot of the little live action exhibition bit. There's a poster here. I will show you the poster with a clip from online. I'll give you a picture from online. Next bit I got was this, which is a pop vinyl figure of Davros. Quite a big pop vinyl figure of Davros. Really quite cool. Haven't opened it yet, as you can see, but that may be pride of place on the shelves behind me. Next up, book of the Doctor Who experience of all the exhibits and that. Because it's the last time, it's good to see all the different bits and pieces they've got there and look at the consoles and everything, so that'll be really, really good memories there. Then I've got DVDs. The first DVD is Ace Adventures. Now, the reason I've got this is because it's got my favourite story of all time on it, The Happiness Patrol. One of my favourite Doctor Who stories, and one of the ones you'll get in reviews, which may have already gone out by the time this comes out, and then the other one of the opposite episode, which is Dragonfire. Not so much a favourite, but I bought it for the Happiness Patrol because I knew it came in that box set. So that's one Doctor Who DVD I bought. The second Doctor Who DVD I bought was the Aztecs, which at the time of this video I'm going to be recording. When I'm doing this, I'm going to be recording the review for this just after this story. This video has been created. So there's the Aztecs, special edition version, by the way, so it's got the Galaxy 4 missing episode on it, and then a revive of my t-shirts. There's the first one. There's the first t-shirt there, which is the Van Gogh type TARDIS exploding t-shirt. And then we have this one, which I quite like. It's quite meta. Vorp, Vorp, it's saying there. Put that in the light a little bit more. That's not all I got. There's a bit more to come. A mug. I got a First Doctor mug. I was looking to see if I can maybe get an 11th Doctor mug or something, but I got a First Doctor mug, which is great. And then I have here two other things I've got in the basket here. A little TARDIS pin brooch, which you'll start to see in the vlogs going forward. And this Doctor Who Experience TARDIS key. Little piece of memorabilia there for the series and for the Doctor Who Experience. And that's really all the stuff I got from Cardiff. So, Cardiff Bay. There's the Millennium Centre there. I'll get a better shot of that in a minute. Then there's the Welsh Parliament. And usually there's all these nice little lights in the fountain. I seem to have come in the middle of a fairground this time round. Well, it's the end, but the moment has been prepared for. Thank you very much for watching as always. Just before we close, I am here at Southern Down Beach where I wanted to close the video. I've not picked the right time for the tides. It is coming in, so there's not any sand at all at the moment. We've just got the rocky outcrop, which is the reason why I'm sitting on this ledge here. But yes, what a fantastic day in Cardiff, or what the Doctor experienced this afternoon. I've actually managed to get 2 vlogs ironically out of it, both a visit to another castle, Caerphilly, which you'll see in a future vlog. This one's coming out first. This one is the Doctor Who experience. Big kid, really big kid. If you've seen all the Instagram photos in August, you'll know how big a kid it is. I've been on this. But yes, I'm going to leave you some shots from the opposite direction of Southern Down Beach. And don't forget to subscribe and comment below if you like what you see. I post a video every Sunday. But thanks very much once again for watching. And I'll see you next week with an interesting week video. Until then, see you later. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have cleared my throat with that one, but never mind. Oh my god, my hamsters are not working today. They really aren't. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Maybe you shouldn't walk with them.
Yeah, probably. They're squeaking too much. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I will get to Southern Down Beach at one point where the tide's not in. I tried again in August and it didn't work again. It's like, for goodness sake. But
I don't remember your Caerphilly Castle vlog.
Sorry, what was that?
I don't remember your Caerphilly Castle vlog.
Oh, funnily enough, you'll see that next live stream.
Oh, there you go. It could be dead with that, Barry.
And here are the days when I actually was putting vlogs out about a couple of months after I filmed them, not 18 months later, which is what's happening at the moment. Just so far ahead I've got.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's your longest gap between filming it and putting it
out? Dalton Castle, 4.5 years.
Oh, did you not have to go back to do extra bits?
Yes. Yeah. But as in...
I watch half of your videos.
Yes. But that one did quite well as well. I'm really surprised how the whole channel seems to have just got a lot better with its views. It's now 6 months nearly? No videos got worse than okay views after a month.
It's good. I like it when you go out and do things and meet people and like there's something to show. Mm-hmm. Like, so the one that you did when you were reenacting and you went around all the stalls and people were in character and stuff, that was my favourite one so far.
It is a good one, and it's had one of the best views of the past 2 years. Worlds of Wonder has beaten it, but not by much. By the way, just out of question for you, Fraser. I take it you've got your pizza because I can hear plates clattering. So Siobhan's not going to say anything. Right, anyway, yeah. Well, not on camera anyway. But when you went to the Doctor Who exhibition, did you say anything stupid on the Dalek voice modulator like I did?
Oh, God, I can't remember now. I think it was like, Harrison, I am your mummy. Would you like a glass of milk? And we did live. We also did live from Radio Scarrow. It's the Dalek Hour.
Yeah, I thought I Need a Rennie was funny, but that's better. There we are.
Was it you we were with at Yanto's shrine, and I went down on my knees in front of her, and I was like, Yanto, no! And like an old couple walked by and went, have some respect for the dead. No,
that wasn't me. But you went down a few times, and yes, that visit with us to Cardiff will be mentioned in the 100 vlogs.
Yeah, I hate you for that vlog for one reason and one reason only. Like, I'm down for mate's birthday and he's in his scratch. I was like, sod off.
Well, quite right. You were in your scratcher. Like what? Well, it was what was it? Just when the Sainsbury's opened, so you quite rightly could have still been in your bed.
So was
Let's
that was that 2015? 2015, so it's 31. My God.
I know.
Dead now, of course. But
I don't know about that. But
I miss Cardiff. I need to get back down. I've not been down since like 2020.
Oh, I need to make arrangements to go down to Wales at some point again.
I went down for a terrible date that was terribly awkward, and then they went away, which was nice. And then I ended up meeting my pal Leona, who is in Wolf Blood. She's in Cops and Monsters. She's a phenomenal actress, and I met her before I got my train back home, and we had the best time. I was like, oh, why can't I spend a weekend with you? This would have been so much more fun. I was just gossiping about the world.
Speaking of projects, you just started another scissor reel, haven't you?
No, it's not a scissor reel. It's a trailer.
It's actually a trailer.
Because unlike Origins, where we shot the scissor reel as a taster for production companies, distributors, financiers, backers, streamers, whatever, to go, this is what it could be, but with your money, your help, your input, it could be its own Doctor Who style, well, Torchwood probably more likely, universe of shows. So the scissor reel isn't public unless you have purposely backed it. You have not seen that scissor reel, which is mad to think, because there's a lot of good stuff in there. But what we're doing at the minute is shooting a teaser for Faithful, which is a little short film about Valia, a 13-year-old girl who, thanks to her mum, is obsessed with Scottish folklore, in particular the cat She, which is just a giant fairy dog. And on Halloween, she decides to go out into the dangerous woods to find one of the 3 cat She's that come in pairs, because they open portals to the fairy world. Do with that as you wish. And she is on this mission to convince this dog to lead her to the fairy world so she can find somebody that she has lost in her life. She carries a lot of guilt. So as you can imagine, we're taking a real dog and making it into a fairy dog, which is quite ambitious. They say never work with children or animals. I'm doing both. And yeah, so we're shooting a teaser now. We've done day 1, we're doing day 2 tomorrow. And we're going to cut that together with a snazzy new poster. We've got an excellent concept poster by Vicky Neville, but we're now doing a live action poster. So I'm bringing half of the band back together, and we'll get the trailer out, and then hopefully that will convince people to give us the £23,000 that we need to hire cast and crew to do the 3-day shoot and make the whole trailer. Pitch done! Give me your money.
Cost of living's and I'm not going to say the other bit, isn't it? But no, 23k. That'll be a decent budget.
For the scissor reel we had 20, and we pulled that off. And we've cast a brilliant young actress called Lily Maguire, who is playing Valia. And we're working for her tomorrow for the first time, which is amazing. We've also cast Gary Hollywood, who was Dino in Mrs. Brown's Boys. Forever and ever and ever. He's just such a lovely guy. And we're casting the mum. And we're going after a particular Doctor Who former companion to play the mum. And I'm contacting their agent this week to go, yeah, no, you said to come back to you. We're coming back to you. And if we get her, then we are probably set.
Fingers crossed you do. If I have a funny feeling who it is, you can tell me off camera. I don't want to give spoilers.
Yeah. It's a 5'11" redhead woman from Inverness. But
yes,
we'll say no more.
Yes. Okay. Right. Yeah, that might give it away. We'll see.
I don't mind that. Like, that's absolutely fine. Their agent in the past has been quite quick to say no. But with this one, they're like, okay, well, we don't know what our schedule's going to be like. Can you come back to us at the start of the month? So it's now the start of the month. So we're going to send a wee message tomorrow, and see what the lay of the land is. But yeah, we only need her for a day. It's just one day. Like, it should be fine.
That sounds good. So when you said working with children and animals, I take it the lead girl you got is not playing down. She actually is the age roughly that you're casting.
So she's 15, and the character's 13, but she looks younger, and we wanted somebody who was a little bit older because they have to work with dogs for a few days, and just somebody who's just a little bit more mature, who can just take direction a little bit better. And yeah, we all fell in love with Lily, so we're working for tomorrow. We got to lock Gilthead, as I'm sure you have been at some point in your life.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, everybody's just heard that. If you didn't know, I used to live with the parents. You do now, guys. But
this is a hot set. The red light is on. Red light means recording.
I was trying to give these the stare of evils. It didn't quite work, but never mind.
Don't look. Oh, you've just caught up with you. Your face is a peach.
Oh, I wish it could be a peach in other ways, but that's the only bounce I'll get this month. To be fair,
I think I know what your clip's going to be. This is a hot set. Don't come in when we're filming. Thank you. So,
no, to be fair, this isn't going to be the clip. I have a video that I've created for this live stream special. That's going to be the clip. And
we're back to Cloak and Dagger malarkey.
Not really. It's coming up very soon.
All right, I'm very excited to see it. So we went to lock Gilthead on Friday, 2.5 hours away, and it's just this beautiful pocket world away from everything.
It is. It's lovely up there.
Yeah, and then we're off to Loch Winnock tomorrow to do the other half of it. So
that's different locations then, because I take it you're both going around watery areas then, because Loch Winnock's got a big lock on it as well.
Yeah, we're being sneaky. We're doing sneaky things, and that's that. Because due to child license and working regulations, we only have a certain amount of time to work with the actress, and we only had a certain amount of time to work with the dogs. So we're splitting it. So it will look like actress and dog are in the same place at the same time. Sorry, my neighbours are decided to have a party and are throwing themselves across the floor.
Heard that before on the live stream.
Little bastards. But the yeah, so we have to cheat it. So we took all of the photos and footage of the dog. Tomorrow we take all the footage and the photos with Lily, and with the magic of technology and whatnot, we are going to put all that together.
Cool.
You'll never know.
You'll never know. You've got the right colour green screen then.
Nope. Yes, it's called trees.
The absolute natural green screen there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what's been really nice, we've got the drone up, and we've got some lovely drone shots, and we've got some spooky woods, and I'll kind of cut it all together so far, and it's been really nice to see. Our director, Lucy Linger, go check her out. She's amazing. She's flown up from England town to direct it. I'm not directing, which is quite nice. So she's come up to kind of oversee the trailer, which has just been fab. So yeah, I've been going back and forth with her with this little trailer that we're putting together. So it's fab. Oh, and funnily enough, the composer who worked with me on my very first handful of projects back in 2005. So we bottle 90's Day Dusk, which is a bone of contention because there's no physical copies of that movie anywhere. My own first proper short film, and I don't have a copy of it. It's lost media. I'm going to have to animate it. And the first series of 90's Day, the first series that we did, he did all of that. He did all the music, and then he stepped away from composing to raise his children and do some stuff. He reached out to me a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, "Do you remember me?" I was like, "Of course I remember you." So he is scoring the trailer and probably the full film for Faithful. So we're bookending it quite nicely. So he's doing the very first, and he's not. This is not my last thing ever. Obviously not. I've got so many irons in the fire that it can't be. But it's so nice to have him back.
Absolutely. No, it sounds like you've got a very busy schedule, so I'm honoured you're here tonight, sir. In that respect.
Day off, mate. Day off.
Yeah.
I turned to Siobhan with conviction and said, "I'll do the live stream this month. I have the day to myself."
Well, you did say you only wanted to do one a year. You've now done two, so you've kind of doubled what you planned. So
It's just nice because we just get to chat and talk nonsense.
And talk rant. Yeah, absolutely. Rant.
Oh, it's not been ranty.
Not quite, but it's been nice. It's been nice to have an extended live stream with nice chat, and normally at about this time the live stream's wrapping up. I've not even got to the second video yet.
Your third mysterious video.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's there you go. That's a segue.
It is a segue. Speaking of segues, let's go on to Facebook birthdays.
Happy birthday to Jamie. Happy birthday to Jamie. Happy birthday to Jamie. You're turning 34.
Don't confuse him. He can't get his own age as it is.
Am I right?
Confuse
How
him.
old is he?
No, he's a little bit older than that.
35?
I don't want to embarrass him on live stream, but
35.
Well, that's what he is just now. So
he's 36.
He's 36, even though he thought he's been 36 for the past 18 months, but that's a different matter.
Oh, he's got a very youthful face.
He does. But yes, friend of the live stream, friend of the channel, friend of the Kidstructors, Jamie. He turns
Perennial favourite.
His birthday's on the 9th of April, which is when the live stream would have come out if it wasn't for my other arrangements. So
perennial favourite.
Perennial favourite.
Not perennial failure.
No, that's me. But there we are.
You are not a perennial failure. Stop this. I will beat you over the head with a stick.
I know. I'm so self-deprecating. It's embarrassing.
I'm
just getting my inner Paul O'Grady out. That's what it is. Trying to get myself deprecating out.
I'm Barry. I'm sad. Why just no? I'm sad all the time. Why am I so sad? Because you're sad. Stop it. Be happy and optimistic.
Just eat your bloody worms and get on with it. Yeah.
Your Horace Wimp moment is fast approaching.
Oh, I wish I'd have a Horace Wimp moment. I really do. A small and pretty lady would be lovely.
I'll bite my tongue.
Yeah. Anyway, so we have a few other birthdays here. We have a couple of work colleagues here, reenactment and otherwise. So I've got John,
Happy
whose
birthday,
birthday's
John.
on the 6th of May.
Happy
I've
10th
got
birthday,
Donna,
John.
Whose birthday's on the 13th of April.
Happy 99th birthday.
Yeah, well, don't say that. She'll kill me the next time I see her. Reenactment friend Dave, his birthday's on the 23rd.
Happy 12th birthday.
Yes. And then we have another friend of the channel, Jazz. On the 9th of May.
Oh, happy 21st birthday, Jazz.
Yeah. I'll let you take that one, definitely. We've got... I'm not doing all of them because there's lots here, and I've got 2 months to catch up on.
We'll be seeing Jazz by the end of the month.
That's right, we will. 3 weeks time.
Is it 3 weeks away?
It's the 22nd.
Oh my god, time that'll fly in quick.
It will a little bit, yeah. Couple of other reenactment friends to say happy birthday to, and that's it, because there's loads of names and different people, I think. But we have in June, because I have to go this far, because I've not got another one till the 4th of June. But we've got Don on the 1st, Dawn on the 2nd, Derek on the 3rd, and Katie on the 5th. So happy birthday, everybody. If I did everybody, there'd be like 15,000, well, not 15,000 names, but quite a lot of names. So just a few select happy birthdays. But definitely many yappy returns to Mr. O'Gallagher next week.
Yappy?
Yappy, yeah.
Do you know what I mean, happy?
Well, once he's had a few enemies, yappy, but that's
fair.
That is fair. So yeah, happy birthday, everybody, when it comes, and hope you have a wonderful day. And yes, every month I talk about Facebook birthdays, get closer to the big one for me, but there we are.
Happy birthday, what did you get? I got older.
It's ball man. That's the latest one he said.
The 40 is the new 35.
Yes, well, 40 is the new 20 apparently.
No, behave yourselves. I would not wish that upon anybody.
That's true. That's true. You know, if I ever get into that, if I ever get someone, that's going to be the funny thing. All the kissing and that would just have to, oh, hold on a minute, I need to adjust myself. I'm getting a bit sore on that side, you know.
Again, my lawyers asked me not to comment. So.
Yeah, well, sorry, Shiv. My apologies.
No, not that lawyer there. What's that, Jamie? Put that wine down. Yeah, he says not to say anything. He's been here the whole time, by the way. He's just been very quiet.
I know he has, yeah. I know he'll give me what for in about 2 hours' time when I meet him in the Who group. But
he's right here. He's right next. We know full well, Barry, that Jamie will watch us on catch up. He's not watching it now.
Absolutely, he will.
How many views have we got? Who's watching?
We have 3 of us at the moment.
Right, well, one of them's me, because I've got it in front of me.
One of them's me, and then we've got our favourite flag waver in the background.
Who's watching? Who's watching? Comment. We've had no comments today. Comment. Who are you?
I know it's been really comment light, but I don't mind that at the moment. To be fair, especially when we gabbing away like this.
Well, here's what I want someone to comment on. Mm-hmm. So, Mr. Flag Waver, if you're out there, or Mrs. Flag Waver, or whatever, okay, gender, pick your gender, we're all good. Right. What I want to know is, what would you like Barry to do next in his vlog? Where would you like Barry to go? What would you like Barry to see? Where has Barry not been? Because if you comment and it's somewhere Barry has been and done, then he can say that to you. Where would you like Barry to go next for his next vlog? That's the challenge. I have laid down the gauntlet.
You did. And as I'm trying to get my next little thing to show as part of the video,
Barry, you can't
my Dungeons and Dragons dice.
Barry, you can't take it on live stream.
What?
You said you're sorting out your next little thing to take out.
Yes, well.
Barry, can't. Like that, anyway. Barry, that's how you get banned on YouTube. If there is a special lady out there waiting to find you, you can't whip it out of that.
Speaking of whipping it out, I got a parcel the other week.
Was that a Swedish penis enlarger by any chance?
No, not quite. I don't think they have the double D batteries anymore.
Apologies, so. Apologies. It's your little blue pill. That's right, ladies. M&M's are back.
We pump. Anyway.
A wee pump.
Right.
Anyway, Peter Pump away.
So as I say, I got a parcel a couple of weeks ago.
What you're going to say? I got a pump.
That might be next. But no.
You can't say that, Barry. You can't. That's how things come to a crashing end. Right, carry on.
I've survived nearly 20 years and not got into trouble. I'm sure I can survive a little bit longer, but there we go. Right, anyway.
So you got a wee parcel.
I got a wee parcel, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have another unboxing video on the live stream.
And the crowd goes mild.
Yeah, they do go really mild, yes. So, as you might know, if you're a Doctor Who fan, Season 9 of the collection box set came out a couple of weeks ago.
It did.
Yes, this muggin's got it, and here's my little unboxing review of it for your listening and watching pleasure.
Oh, I need to help you.
Yes, you do. So hello everybody, I'm back once again with another unboxing video for another Doctor Who Blu-ray. This time we're unboxing Season 9, the collection Season 9, which I bought more recently. It came today, the 20th of March 2023, and of course you guys will see this on the live stream initially and then a clip in its own a few days after, at the beginning of April. But here we are, here's the box, packaged the same way, bought it from Amazon like I did before. It's arrived a lot quicker than the other one. The first Doctor box set, the Season 2 box set, was a few months down the line before they started releasing. This one's a bit quicker. So let's have a look. Let's go and unbox a bit, shall we? So we'll just try and open this up. There we are. Ooh, shiny. Look at that. There we are. Season 9 box set. The artwork doesn't look as... I don't know what it is. The artwork doesn't seem to be as good as the... To me, it doesn't seem as good as this. It's kind of a weird facial expression, both the Doctors as well. This one doesn't seem to hit out me as quickly as the Season 2 does, but that doesn't necessarily mean the stuff inside isn't good. Another interesting fact to notice here is 12. So, obviously a bit more... not suitable for children content in here. Let's open up, let's see what's in here, and yeah, get into it a bit more. There we are. So we have Season 9, the collection here, and we have Behind the Sofa, Location, 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 Time in Atlantis, Michael E. Bryant at the helm. I thought they would have the information on here for the collector's stuff, but it doesn't seem to have that here. Never mind. All 5 stories seem to have behind the sofa on them, which is nice. And then there's convention footage and bits and pieces. Some of the material obviously would come from the DVDs. There is a bit of new stuff here as well. I think Katie Manning is the big draw this time round. Quite right. 5.1 surround sound and Dolby Atmos for the Sea Devils. That's interesting. And the omnibus editions of the Day of the Daleks and the Sea Devils are on here as well. So there's a lot of extra content on here. There's 8 discs. There's quite a lot extra on this one. It's not like season 2, which has a lot of episodes. They're kind of limited in what they have. This one is actually a proper let's get into it and do a lot of fun stuff with it box set. So I've got this casing off there, as you can see, a little paper sleeve. This one is looking okay damage wise. I don't think there's much wrong with it this time, which is good. The other one did have a little bit of damage on it, which was a shame. Okay, let's open up and see. Ta-da! Ooh. Oh, I like that image. That's obviously from the Mutants, because of the box. So again, we open up here. That's lovely. I like that. That's obviously Day of the Daleks, and that's your booklet. So I'll get them in a second. But that's the TARDIS. It looks like it's the TARDIS from the Time Monster, which is even more interesting, which is really cool. We'll get to the book and the little leaflet bit in a minute, as always. So we'll just close it up for now. Make sure I do it the right way, otherwise I'll spoil it. There we are. Right, we've got 8 discs. So we've got the 4 TV stories, well, the 5 TV stories. So we've got Day of the Daleks, disc 1. We have the special edition, which and the omnibus, because what they did with the DVD special edition releases, they added extra. They did some new effects and added extra stuff in, extra scenes as well, to make a bit of a better battle when they go to the house. Because in the original, it's a couple of Ogrons and 2 Daleks. We had a few more Daleks in there. We then have The Curse of Peladon. I think it's one of the better stories of series season 9, personally. And then we have The Sea Devils, which I've already reviewed on the channel, and I thought it was okay. Wasn't highly rated, but it was quite ironic, because that came out more or less just about the month. It came out on its 50th anniversary, the review, the week of its 50th anniversary, or more or less. And obviously it was quite timely, because we had Legend of the Sea Devils come out about a month later. Not a great follow-up, Legend of the Sea Devils, but there we are. And then we have the Sea Devils again. Now, hold on a minute. That's the... Oh, they've done it over 2 discs with 2 different things. That's interesting. I wonder what one's which. I'll have a look at the book for that. That's PG, but that's 12. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. I don't know what that's all about. We've then got the Mutants. And then we have the Time Monster, which I think is actually the weakest of series 9, of season 9, if I think myself. And then we've got another Time Monster disc. So, interesting how they've done that with the stuff. I would have thought they'd have a special disc here, but no, there's 2 Time Monster discs, and there's 2 Sea Devils discs. I know the 6-parters, but I didn't think it was that bad to put them on, especially Blu-ray. That's intriguing. Okay, well, we can have a look at the book and see what the book's showing. So, yeah. We've got Day of the Daleks. So I understand there's a special edition disc for this one. I get that. That's completely fine. Curse of Peladon. I've done Monster of the Peladon. Curse of Peladon's still to be reviewed, so that'll be interesting when we get to that. Then you've got the Sea Devils. Now, this one looks like it's the 5.1 mix on disc 4. Disc 5 has the omnibus edition. And, oh, I see. There's various versions of the episodes here, which is interesting in itself. So this one is the main disc, and then you've got the omnibus edition and extras here in disc 5. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. It wasn't very clear which one's which on the disc, which is a little bit of a failing I have. It would be nice to have a bit more clear which bit's got what. You've then got the Mutants in disc 6, which is fine. The artwork is quite lovely in this book. I have to admit that they've laid it out really well. And then you've got the Time Monster. So the Time Monster, you've got the original, and then you've got the making of documentary, which is a whole disc. It's got a whole disc of stuff. So, interesting. So disc 8 is related to the Time Monster, but it's the making of bits and pieces. I'm not quite sure the format of that. This is the first one I've had with extended editions, because the season 2 was just extra content in each of the stories. This one is obviously a bit more expansive. I'm not quite sure of that, to be fair. I'm really not quite sure of that. It could be something interesting going forward. We'll see, but I'm not quite sure of that format because I've not had it before. And then we've got the advertisements of all the stuff that's due. All the rebranding's now starting to kick in with the Doctor Who logo in here. It wasn't so prominent before. I've been there. You've just seen a vlog for that this month, and it's done very well. Thank you, guys. So that was lovely. We've got that, just shows you how recent it was, because that's 2 ago, Millie Gibson. So yeah, this leaflet's pretty recent in regards to everything, but yeah, there we are. Quick go over my initial reaction to the unboxing of the collection, season 9. Overall, it's nice to have extra discs with extra content on them. Maybe they could be labelled a little bit better with some of the bits and pieces in them. But do you know what? It's Doctor Who. It's my second ever Blu-ray. I'm happy with that. And I'm back in the room. I've lost connection with Fraser very briefly. I'm sure we'll get back to him in a minute. One thing I haven't done yet, because we started with Fraser from the very top, was to do the minute silence for Ukraine. So I'm going to do that next. But yeah, there's your review of the unboxing of the collection season 9. I'm looking forward to watching it. I haven't watched anything from it yet. I'm looking forward to see all these features and go through it. I'm still going through box set for season 2. But as I did last time, here it is in all its glory. And I've now got 2. Whether I'll get the next one that comes out is a different matter. But yeah, we'll just see how work bonuses work, I suppose. Moving on, let's go on to yeah, the Ukraine situation. Still ongoing. Putin's been indicted by the Hague this time round, so that's interesting. He's not the only well-known political face that's been indicted, which yeah, the less said about the orange one, the better. But yeah, no, in all seriousness though, the situation in Ukraine is still quite dire. And as we have done since the war started back in late February last year, we're going to do a minute silence. So please join me with the minute silence. Thank you very much if you do. I'm just about to start it round about now. I'll do the minute silence for Ukraine in a minute, right in the middle of it. Can you hear me okay, Fraser? Oh no, right, okay, I don't know what it's gone completely... I will do that again, and this time hopefully get the silence. Are you there, Frey? Well, maybe he's doing a minute silence with me. I don't know. Oh dear. Right, okay. The hamsters have got him.
Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Hello.
Yes, you called right in the middle of the minute silence.
I'm so sorry. My mother-in-law phoned me so I could say goodnight to my child.
Yes, absolutely. No, that Harrison takes priority. But I thought I'd take a minute to do the minute silence.
Right,
And you call right in the middle of it.
Right, shh. I'm in.
Right, okay, we'll start again, shall we? My apologies to everybody who was doing the minute silence with me. We'll try once more now. Oh, that's terrible. Right, okay. So yeah, Ukraine situation. As always, let's do this minute silence. Here we go. I'm so glad I muted that. All I could hear was the neighbour's dog shouting. Oh, the neighbour's shouting at their dog. Oh dear. Right. Frey, we're done. You okay?
Yeah, I muted it because my rabbit decided now was the time to drink all of the water, and I thought I've already mucked up this minute silence as it is. I don't want to make it worse with gulp, 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 gulp.
It's all right. I had to put everything on mute myself because the neighbour's dog was barking away, and the neighbour's going, "Come here, stop it!"
But yes, as you were doing your unboxing video, my mother-in-law gave me a video call, and I knew it was to say goodnight to Harrison.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there was no way I was not saying goodnight to my wee boy.
No, that's absolutely fair. It just gave me an opportunity to do that, but obviously, best laid plans. There we are. Never mind.
Yeah, because I mute the TV so we don't hear it back.
Yeah. No, absolutely. You don't want the feedback, so that's absolutely fine. To be fair, when you messaged me, I was in the middle of it, so I didn't want to look like I was typing up on camera. It didn't look very good, but there we are.
Oh,
so.
no, that's fine.
But yeah, no. Unboxing video. You haven't got the unboxing, have you?
No, I have no. I've got no classics. I've got none of the Blu-rays on Blu-ray yet. I've just not had the time or the all my money's going towards the wedding. It's going towards the honeymoon. It's going towards cost of living. There used to be such a taboo about talking about money and how skint you were, but I think everyone's in the exact same boat, unless you're top 2%. So so we're not as skint, but the money's going everywhere else. So
yeah, well, this is work bonus money I'm paying these for. It's not out my normal funds. So
when the animated series finally gets into development, touch wood, then I will have maybe a little bit of leeway, and then I want to get season 2, and I want and seeing season 9 because I was watching your video and it says what the special features are. Has it got that little mini episode of Katie Manning on it?
What the little trailer?
Yeah.
I think it does.
Cool, because that to me sets up that's a spin-off waiting to happen.
I don't think logistically Katie Manning can do it though. I think her eyesight's so bad she'll be able to insure her for it.
If she could be like the matriarchal figure, and she's like, she's all the knowledge, and you bring in a bunch of youngins, or even pair her up with Sophie and do a show with them, because Sophie can very much still do the running about.
Yeah. I don't know if they're really willing to do that sort of thing with insurance purposes after last of the summer whining. They were getting octogenarians still acting and they're having trouble with them. So I think the BBC's not got the budget to do these sort of things as they did before.
Well, I want Kate. No, but it won't be the BBC though. It'll be Bad Wolf.
That's true, but yeah.
And Bad Wolf have got Disney money, so.
I'm just trying to see if I can find out where it is. It doesn't seem to be on the DVD. On either of the...
On the back?
No, on the last disc. I'm just trying to see where it is. It must be somewhere.
Surely you'd put that on there. This would make excellent radio.
Excellent radio. Me looking at stuff.
So no, I really enjoyed.
I'm actually looking at the book, so
the trailer. No, I'll keep talking. So I really enjoyed the trailer.
It's on the first disc. It's on Day of the Daleks.
Oh, nice. Is Day of the Daleks one that they did like?
It's the DVD. It's the DVD rehash. Effectively, that's covered there. Their CGI one, the story.
Yeah, is that the one where they went and shot new footage for it?
Yes, basically they shot new footage for it because otherwise it would have been two Ogrons and a Dalek trying to storm this country house. So yes.
They did an excellent job of that.
They certainly did.
Do you think they will ever redo Invasions of the Dinosaurs?
No. And they shouldn't.
Boo!
Because yes, it is one of the few stories, as I will say when you see it next month. It's a small spoiler for you this month. I've actually done a review for it this month, for this month's video. But as I say in there, it's one of the few classic Doctor Who's where the effects really take you out of it. I can usually bypass most of them.
Yeah.
But Barry Letts thought, oh, it's great, we had the Drashigs, that'll work for dinosaurs. No, maybe not. It was one of those ones.
Yeah, no, it's the one I want them to redo the most.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it's a brilliant story. It's got some great twists.
Yeah, it's great writing.
But let down massively by the special effects.
Yeah, I mean they could do. I mean that's now one of only two that they haven't released in Pertwee's era.
Right.
I have a funny feeling they're going to be doing 7 very soon, and if 7 comes out long, Jamie's going to be squeeing because it's got his favourite ever story on it.
Which is?
Inferno.
There you go. Inferno, to be fair, is cracking.
It is cracking. It's what the War Games was the series before. Very limited bottle elements, but it's so well put together.
For your next video that you're going to put on, I am sending you the very first cut of our teaser trailer for Faithful, and it has got no special effects, it's got no music, it's got no sound, it's missing a bunch of socks, I'm tired, shots, and it's our director doing the voiceover instead of our actress, because it was just done for a guide track. But for your eyes only, Mr. Stanton, you can have a wee look at that in between. But it's, and I'm doing it for 2 reasons. One, I like sharing stuff with you, and 2, it's because as much as I'm your cheerleader, you're one of mine, flag waving. But you get to see it at its very beginning, and then I'll show it to you when it's all done, and you'll see the process.
Yes. Cool. Well, that's. Thank you very much for that, sir. I will watch it. May not be straight away.
That's fine. It's only a minute and 13 seconds long.
Yeah, I will watch it at some point tonight. Probably. I'll probably watch it on the way in.
Did you do your chores?
Yes, I did mature. I got that out of the way. I don't want to be Beetroot. I do not want to be Beetroot again on the live stream.
I can't believe you got a pasting from your mum in your live streams.
Now you see why I'm a bit feared to get into relationships when you get that sort of thing coming from you from left side. But there we are.
There are plenty of people, because of the cost of living, who have moved back into the parental home or flat sharing. Like, I couldn't afford to live on my own. Do you know what I mean? So don't let that dissuade you. Don't think is that a worry for you? I know
that is one of the last.
Barry, get on the couch. Dr. Fraser Crane is in.
I have said this before to you personally, and I will say this.
And I'm not trying to air your dirty laundry.
Yeah,
literally.
Well, this laundry's fairly clean now because I've kind of sifted through it and get more comfortable with myself. Start me paraphrasing. I'm terrible at it. Anyway,
if someone can't see your value for who you are because of your living situation, they don't deserve to be with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, that is the last big hang-up in stopping me going out and pursuing a relationship in a meaningful way.
No, I told you be ambiguous, not distant.
Yes, but
you'll send off the wrong message, and
oh, it's not like it's something we haven't talked about before, Fraser, and I have mentioned this on stream as well before. It's not setting precedents in that respect. If any future beau sees this, they'll know it's a precedent. It's already been said previously. So
yeah, and you're working towards building up enough of a deposit so you can get your own place. So it's not like you're going, I'm going to live here forever until the parentals plop off and I get the house. That's not what you're doing. You have a clear goal and you've been working towards it for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. I don't know.
6 years nearly.
I don't know what time is anymore. Time means nothing. So it's not by choice, but it's by design.
It is by design.
And
I've
that
said it.
shows an initiative.
Yeah, I've said it before. I'm in the situation to buy a flat quite easily now. It's just
Yeah, but you want a house.
I want a house, and the mortgage. I could do it, but the mortgage is on an iffy level, so I just want a little bit more before I actually make a plunge. So, yeah, it's one of those situations. But that is the last major hang up I've had in getting myself out there into the dating world properly.
Yeah, but you know the. Did you mention? Quiet. Yeah, I'm choosing my words wisely. Oh yeah, you did. You did mention that you went on a speed dating thing. You did that in your last vlog because
I did.
I slightly not vlog stream. I slightly ripped you for it. We were putting away the clothes in Harris's room, and I took the phone in with me so I could watch your vlog live. That's dedication. So you are getting out there. So as much as you might have a block with living at home, it's clearly not enough of a block to stop you from getting yourself out there. And I think you were extremely brave going to that speed dating event because I wouldn't have probably had the cojones, because you and I both many moons ago went along to a Match.com singles night, and if I believe it rightly, there was about 1 woman and 8 men.
Mm-hmm.
And that was not the environment for you and I to meet someone, and I think you did it on your own after that, potentially at some point. And
I did it before and after.
Oh, that's what it was. And I'm a coward. I went on Tinder and I met Siobhan, and the rest is history. And the couple that we were filming the wedding for yesterday met on Bumble. So there are different ways of doing it, and you were the braver of the people because you're physically going to these places and you're putting yourself out there. And you're like, hi, I'm Barry, here's the situation. And obviously, if people are responding to that, then you are finding the right person, however you want to say it, who is potentially a good suit for you. And that's a nicer way of doing it.
It is a nicer way of doing it. I hope it happens.
Rather than stop being ambiguous.
Absolutely, I hope it does happen. However, in regards to the situation with that, and going out and being there personally, and you're talking about being a coward, I don't think it's a cowardly doing the apps. It is the done thing nowadays. It's the way that most people tend to meet.
All right, I'll rephrase because I didn't mean coward. I don't know why I said coward, but I just for me that what you did was the braver of the option, where the bane that you have, the block that you have, the thing that holds you up, there we go, is that you're living at home. My hold up was always my physical appearance, because as much as I think I'm a 10, I'm probably about a 4.5. But so that's why I personally preferred the online dating world, because they could get to know my personality first. And hopefully the physicality would come in second. Thankfully, Siobhan, for some bizarre reason, finds me quite attractive and doesn't care what I think about it, so I don't need to worry about that. But that was my hold up, and that's why I did online dating. You're not even letting your hold up of living at home stop you. And that's good, man. Like, you can't deny that.
You can't deny that. And there is one element that I think I have an advantage over some others as well. I'm not trying to bum myself up or anything like that. I have gained confidence of being outward through doing things like this. and the vlogging
Yeah.
and the reviews and the Kidstructors and doing it for such a long time, I
Yeah.
built myself up a confidence that I can talk to people. The reenactment stuff, everything I'm doing has worked towards me being more socially apt, so I can make these jumps.
Yeah, and like, you're a perfectly interesting fella with lots of interesting hobbies, and I've said this to you time and time again. You need to find somebody who's also equally interested in arts and history and museums and doing all that stuff that you do. Someone who you can rent a car with and go to the back end of nowhere and go look at your various castles and sites and everything else. Like someone who wants to do it. That's your person.
Yes, absolutely.
Just as my person is someone who loves musicals, board games, and video games, and Marvel.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So,
I mean, but you've always loved the fact I go out there and do the vlogs like that,
yeah,
the castle stuff,
no,
and you've always loved and there's a reason why you do the Kidstructor every time, because you enjoy the time, you enjoy the format, and you just like take the piss out of me on every video. That's what it is. But
I do it in a friendly way.
You do.
If anything, I build you up.
You do. To be fair, the 3 we recorded more recently, I have been a little bit more vocal and setting up the bats. Setting up the pictures, but
setting up the pictures and a battle away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jamie said that he watched the Maureen and Melvin,
yeah.
and he said that you could tell he was shattered and he was barely there. I said, to be honest, we didn't notice the difference.
No, we didn't notice the difference. But that was the full thing. I didn't cut much of that. I kept it all the way through because I thought it was quite interesting, the conversation we're having outside. I mean, that's the thing with the Kidstructor. We're supposed to be watching the TV show. We end up not watching it and talking about everything else but.
We did another Doctor Who one, didn't we? We did like the last Sylvester and Sophie thing.
Yeah.
And then we still to do corners.
Mm-hmm.
What else has she done?
El Nombre, words and pictures.
Aye.
Number time, words and pictures. There's quite a bit she's done. So there's a few in there.
So rather than a trilogy, it's a season.
Potentially, yes. But we have filmed 50th. We did that back in February. Yeah.
Yeah, I made sure it was the 50th.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever one, I can't remember what one it was. What was our 50th?
The last one we did. I'm not giving that away.
Was that a Doctor Who one?
That's the Doctor Who one, yes.
I'm not giving it away. I'm immediately giving it away. I'll never talk. It's in the second drawer.
And that's going to come out round about my birthday as well. So.
What birthday is that?
Oh, the big 4-0. I know.
It's funny because I turned 30 9 years ago, and I was worried that 30 was going to be a big ooh, and it wasn't. And then I met somebody who just turned 31, and she said, "Oh no, I was exactly the same." but it wasn't 30 that hits you bad, it's 31, because that's more of a deal, because it's like, oh, everything I should have done by the time I hit 30, I'm not done yet. And it's absolutely true. So I think 40 will be fine for us. I think 41 will be the pain in the ass.
No, I think 43 will be the one. I can't say don't panic anymore.
Why 40? Why?
You get it, yeah.
Yeah.
You were about to question, why 43? What are you talking about?
Look, I am running on minimum sleep. People are like, oh, you should have went to bed early and had an early night and got a full night's sleep. I was like, no, this is my time to watch all of the crap YouTube I want to watch. Mostly your channel.
Thank you.
And this is my time to watch movies and play games and just do stuff that I don't get the chance to do. Yeah. So I am filming it. I'm getting picked up at 8:30 tomorrow morning. Am I going to bed at a sensible hour tonight? No. I'm staying up. I'm watching a Star Trek because it's nearly First Contact Day, and I won't get the opportunity to watch any Star Trek on Star Trek Day.
That's right. It's Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah, so the planned it poorly. Picard should be coming out on a Wednesday, not a Friday. So we can watch it.
Yeah, but it's Frontier Day in the series, not First Contact Day they're gearing up to.
Yeah, fine. So yeah, I watched First Contact last night, and I think I'm going to watch the first reboot.
Yeah. Out of the original 10, First Contact's the second best of the movies.
Oh, Rafa Khan?
Yeah.
See, I'm going to be controversial and say that to me is a great movie, but not the best.
So what would you say is the best of the 10?
Oh, we all know it's Final Frontier.
I thought you were going to curveball me then, say the motion picture.
Oh no, the motion picture has its charm. The thing that annoys me the most about the motion picture is that it's 12 minutes of black about music at the start. And it's such an odd choice. I don't get it. It serves hee-haw purpose.
It does. It's them trying to show how Star Wars, the Star Trek could be, basically.
Anyway, the best for me is Undiscovered Country.
That's my third favourite. Rafa Khan, First Contact, Undiscovered Country.
I've even got a soft spot for Insurrection.
Mm-hmm. Insurrection's fun, but it's basically another Star Trek Next Generation.
It's just a Next Gen episode.
Yeah.
It's absolutely just a Next Gen episode. I've not watched Nemesis for a while, but I imagine it's still bad.
It's okay. It's certainly them trying something different. I think they're trying to go dark on that group, and they went the wrong way.
Even First Contact feels like an extended episode.
But it's so well directed.
But it's amazing from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I just love it. The music, I'm pretty sure that's the music that they use in the end titles for Picard.
Yes, it is.
I have a feeling, I nearly said this on Twitter the other day, I have a feeling that the Picard is going to end up on an Enterprise, and I'm going to end up a bubbling mess.
Well, apparently, there's already rumours that the Enterprise F will make an appearance this series.
So we had E, didn't we? E was the last one.
I mean, they've had the refit already. They've had the A on there.
Yes.
They didn't infer it that the Excelsior class they had there was the B.
I'm amazed.
Well have been the B.
When the Titan was being tracked and they could, because all modern ships all talk to each other, blah blah blah. I thought that was the perfect chance when they were in the junkyard to have the old Enterprise there and like steal it because it's an old ship and it wouldn't be able to talk. I thought that's what they were going to do. That's what I would have done. But they're not paying me to write this. But they're not paying me to write the shows or whatever.
No, they're not. We go back onto Star Trek again. This is interesting.
I'm loving Star Trek at the minute.
I think it's really good. The only one I haven't seen is Strange New Worlds. I refuse to pay for Paramount Plus just for that. That Prodigy, I refuse to pay for just that.
I would do it anyway, Barry. Get the free trial and just watch it.
I'm not binge watcher though. That's the part of the problem. I tend to do it in bits.
Strange New Worlds is one of the best Star Trek you will ever watch, and that's not an understatement. Especially, I think it's the last episode of that first series. My God!
I've seen clips. I've seen bits. I know roughly what you're talking about.
God! And there's an excellent episode where they all get wrapped up into like a fairy tale world, and it's phenomenal. And Lorna Bucket from Doctor Who's in it. Yes.
She played one of the engineers, isn't she?
No, she's a security officer.
Ah, right.
And it is absolutely phenomenal. Honest, and Pike, oh man, he's so good.
Anson Mount certainly. He impressed in Discovery, so I can understand that.
So good, stupidly good. Hit it. I think that says this. Hit it, and it's they've just started making season 3. You had it in your head, but they were only doing 3. But I think you were getting mixed up with Picard because there's no limit on where they're not going to stop Strange New Worlds after 3. There's no. They've got timeline wise, they've got 5 years.
Of course, because Kirk's was the second 5-year mission, wasn't it? Yeah, that makes sense.
So timeline wise, Pike's accident is far away. But it's so good. Strange New Worlds is close to the Orville in tone, and it just works so well because Orville is the best Star Trek that's not Star Trek since Next Gen.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm rambling now. Star Trek's brilliant. I was watching Picard. Harrison was in his little rocker, rocking away, and I was watching it, and the ships are all flying off and doing its thing, and he kept looking around to look at it, and I was like, one day, my boy, this will be very important to you.
He's going to be a sci-fi aficionado, he is.
No, the way he's kicking, he's going to be a rugby player. I've got a bruise. I have a physical bruise on my stomach. Because when he lies in the bed with us, he just goes kick, 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 and he aims for your stomach. And he's a judgmental wee sod, because when you change his nappy, he taps you on your belly, and he just goes tap, tap, tap. All right. Hint received.
Absolutely, I know. Right, we better move on, otherwise this live stream's going to go until midnight.
Yeah, you're not. You missed your Doctor Who, up.
And you won't be able to cram any YouTube rabbit holes with what you want, you know. Yeah.
I was going to say I can be up as late as I want, but Siobhan last night decided that she missed me at 1:15 in the morning. Aww. And she was like, I wish you were awake. And I was like, I'm awake. And she goes, can I phone you in 5? And of course you can phone me in 5. So she phoned me, and we did last night what we've not done since before we moved in together, and we fell asleep on the phone.
Aww.
But that's what we used to do all the time. Anyway, your running order's up.
Yes, my running order's going back up. I had to put it off and then back on again.
Sorry.
Talking about Siobhan, but there we
are.
So we've had the return to Cardiff. Have another Doctor Who review to go through. It's Father's Day. Hello everybody and welcome to another Doctor Who review. This month I'm reviewing a Christopher Eccleston story. Which one? Well, the titles are about to tell you. Yes, it's Father's Day, the 8th episode of the first revived series of Doctor Who, starring Christopher Eccleston as a Doctor and Billie Piper as Rose Tyler. And this is the one that is Paul Cornell's entry into Series 1 of Doctor Who. His most famous outing, of course, is Human Nature, Family of Blood, a couple of series later. But as the sort of reviews go for the new series, there is no TV companion, there's no plotline synopsis, we just get straight into it. So here we go. So, Father's Day, quite a poignant episode. It's an interesting way that it's been written. It's effectively a time travel story. What can you go back and see your dad and say hello and the consequences of it? And there's an interesting twist in this one because the Time Lords usually have some sort of safeguard against it because the Time Lords are gone, as far as the Doctor's concerned at this point in his history. There is no safeguard, so the Reapers come in, which are these monsters that come and devour time and devour people to try and heal the wound that's happened. And it's an interesting, frightening horror story, and it's kind of it's a modern Who version of Base Under Siege, except in this turn it's a church under siege. Basic premise: Rose asked to go back and see her father on the day he died. He got knocked down by a car when he was going to a wedding, and she wants to see his death. They foul out the first time. Well, she fouls out the first time because she turns away, and then the second time she intervenes and stops him dying, saves him, and the Doctor's not quite happy about it. He's quite pissed with Rose about it, and thinks he's made a mistake again and chosen another stupid ape, because obviously she's wrecked time and space and it's difficult to control. He's obviously having a temper tantrum, but he waltzes off back to the TARDIS and says enough's enough, we're done. But by the time he gets back to the TARDIS, the Reapers have started reaping havoc, and Reapers cause havoc around this church where a couple of friends of Jackie and Sean Tyler, Pete Tyler, Sean's the name of the actor plays him, Pete Tyler, go and to this friend's wedding. And a little bit of argument between them. You can see the friendship and the relationship between the two of them. And you've got a very small Rose Tyler, baby Rose Tyler there. which would make sense because Rose is supposed to be 19, so you're inferring it's 1986 or 1987. And overall, it's a nice story of what would happen if you changed time and what would happen if you did this, what are the repercussions, and it's an interesting little plot line. It's not the last time travelling story backwards in time. The next two episodes are The Doctor Dances and The Empty Child and The Doctor Dances, which I've already done a review for, which is up there. And overall, it's an enjoyable story to watch, an enjoyable one to sit down and look at and go into. There was an interesting discussion made with Rose, and there's an interesting commentary on what Rose's idea of Pete was and what Pete actually was. Now, Rose had been given this idea from Jackie that he was a perfect man and he had lots of ideas and he was going to make it in the world eventually. And then you see the reality where he's effectively a wheeler dealer. He's kind of like a Del Boy. And he's a wheeler dealer of sorts, and he's out to make a quick buck, and all these different things he used to have in the house stored away to try and sell on, and all these plans, and Jackie cares for him, but she gets a bit annoyed because he never has his schemes working properly. And but it is the first timey-wimey sort of episode for Doctor Who, where modern Who, where things can change and things can be adjusted, and effectively, if they didn't stop the Reapers and stop the Reapers from causing havoc as they have, which the Reapers have basically come to take away Pete. That was the whole point. And without Pete killing himself at the end, the whole of modern history for Rose and the whole of Rose's life would be completely different. She'd be out of time. And it was an interesting bit where at the beginning, Jackie's talking to Rose, a young Rose, about her father, and then there's an addendum at the end where she's talking about this blonde girl who was there at the end, saying goodbye and keeping him calm while he had passed away. And I like that kind of addendum that the story was changed a little bit. And the question is this because of what Rose has done, or is this kind of looped in established history, or is this an addendum that's happened because of what happened with Rose interfering? It's left open for us to look at that. With the characters themselves, you've got the Doctor, played by Christopher Eccleston. I can't even say the name. Eccles is a top form here. We've seen the sad, we've seen the happy, we've seen the manic Doctor. We're now seeing this character. You're seeing he's very comfortable in the role. The nuances here, his anger for Rose with the situation with Pete, his hope to try and solve this and fix it. The fact he sacrifices himself for the Reapers when they get into the building, get into the church. The fact that he's always trying to find hope. The fact he loves the relationship between Stuart, is it Stuart, Sonny, and Sarah? Stuart and Sarah, I can't remember which one's the father, which one's the son. Between Sarah and his wife, or wife-to-be, fiancé, who's pregnant, and there's got these stories about how those days it was seen as a bit funny not to be married when you have the children, when you have a child, which is certainly reflective of the time. It's a lot more acceptable now to have children outside of wedlock, but at that time it wasn't. And the fact that how Sarah and Stuart met, and a street corner after a night out, and the Doctor reflects saying, I could never have a life like that. And that kind of pathos that he has of understanding the human element in all this. And the fact he'll try his best to save them and save everybody, which is very Valiant Doctor, very much the Doctor. And Eccleston doesn't put a foot wrong in any of the lines. Billy Piper's Rose is not got to the absolutely annoyed stage yet. Some people think that Rose of Series 2, which I tend to agree with to an extent, is not the most likeable. She's become more cocky and arrogant and thinks nothing can go wrong and should be with the Doctor forever and all that. At this point, she's still trying to find out who she is and find out her family history and this softness and this vulnerability that Billie Piper brings to the role of Rose on this story particularly is very, very well done. She plays it to a T, and I do enjoy the first series Rose for that respect, because Billie Piper gets it just right. This companion who has elements of toughness, but is very sensitive and very caring, and actually deeply misses her father and wanted to meet him and wanted to be part of his life. And she gets an opportunity, and she embraces it, maybe a little bit too much, but she embraces it, and the Doctor becomes understanding of it. But she does learn a lesson not to interfere with time and space as much as she wants or thinks she could. Camille Kaduri was very established as Jackie Tyler. This nagging mum, bit of a live wire, you don't want to cross her. But you see the softer side, and the side that she really cares for Rose. She really cared for Pete. The love and the way she comes across and the way it's performed, you do grow to Jackie. I mean, she's a little bit of a comedy element at times here, where she's talking about the meringue that Sarah comes in for the dress at that time, and the social comments that are made, and the fact that she gets a bit worried and concerned that Pete's trying to hit off Rose, but Pete's trying to say, no, this is Rose as an adult. Don't you understand, Jackie? This is our Rose as an adult, and she understands. And bit of a question there whether Jackie actually would remember, but there is a line in there that says that she won't. The Doctor does make it clear that she won't remember this if everything gets reset, which is an interesting point. But that's that little addendum at the end I mentioned earlier on, where Jackie's talking about this girl that's sitting there. So does she remember more? That's the question. You then got Sean Dingwall, who makes his first appearance as Pete Tyler, and he just is an ordinary bloke. He seems to me, trying to make his way in the world, being a bit wheeler dealer like when he's doing it, and my words are finding fault again. But overall, I don't see it as a very bad part. He acts it with enough softness and deftness to make it an interesting part. You do warm to him because he's a bit of a wheeler dealer, but he obviously realises that he's the one at fault, and he ultimately makes the sacrifice here to kill and build his own life, because he realises that he's the one that should have died, because he keeps seeing that car going around the corner that was supposed to knock him down, that seems to be caught in this little loop, and he realises it was him that should have died. So he makes the ultimate sacrifice to repair time. I mean, Pete is seen in a slightly more businessman-esque light in a story in Series 2. But Sean Dingwall, you can't put it wrong. You can believe that he's the father of Rose. You can believe he's the husband of Jackie. You believe all that. We'll go on to the writing itself. It's a lot of pathos, and Paul Cornell's actually pretty good at doing these sort of stories where there's kind of an emotional element to it. I know that's Russell T Davies inspired, but the emotional side you see, and the story itself is cool. What would happen if you met your father and saved his life, and that sort of idea. I like the way it's been written and put down, and it's a solid story overall. And I do think it keeps the strength of Series 1 going, because there's very little in Series 1 that I do not enjoy watching. The only one I have a slight unhappiness for is The Long Game, which is the one that preceded this. But watching it more recently, I can see a second light to that, but that's for another review. And being the guest writer, you can see it's a slightly different style from RTD, who does a lot of the scripts for this series. But it's refreshing, and there's an interesting sci-fi element there, and it's written pretty well. I do enjoy most of the writing here. Murray Gold, he's using a lot of synths here. He's used a lot of computerized samples and things. He's not got the orchestra yet, but it's just the occasional leitmotif and a bit of background music. He doesn't have any major symphonies or background music or pomposity that Murray Gold would be known for more in the Matt Smith era and the Peter Capaldi eras. It's very minimalist. It doesn't interrupt the flow. It enhances it where it needs to, and it's basically no issue. with it at all. Joe Ahern, solid direction. It's making use of an outside location. It's made good use of the angles with the Reapers coming in. You see the high up, you see the low down angle of the Reaper coming in first. The first bit, and Rose screams and sees it the first time. The direction for the shots, for the VFX, for the Reapers trying to scrape at the church to get in, and then they turn up in the church, and the angles that happen for some of the shots. The lighting's pretty decent as well. It looks natural. It doesn't look forced or false. Overall, it's a pretty solid direction. I can't really fault it. And this thing with the good stuff, the good or decent stuff, it's difficult to pick holes at. It's also difficult to praise as well at times, because it just works. It's just a solid story, a solid romp of 45 minutes, and it works overall as a story. And overall, I would give this story 4 TARDISes out of 5. Well, that review was certainly post-lockdown beard. Oh, nice and tidy. I think that was the first one I did afterwards.
It always takes me a second to like come off mute to come back to you, because the delay. You go, well, and I go, oh, stop doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. But yeah, that was an okay review. Maybe not the one I had the most interest in potentially coming back to it, but you know what? I do think the reviews work okay most of the time.
I think Father's Day is a cracking story.
Mm-hmm.
It's an okay review, as in, did you get bored of your own voice, or okay as in you're not a particular fan of that episode?
Okay as in I didn't seem to have too much to say on that one.
No, but you've done a lot of reviews.
Yeah. Ers and ums are coming in. There's a reason why there's a lot of jump cuts nowadays. But it makes it flow better as well, to be fair, because I think the later ones, the more recent ones are better because the jump cuts in them makes it flow better. So,
I like Father's Day.
Yeah, I like Father's Day. I did make a wee comment about Long Game and saying I wasn't a great fan of that the first time round, and I did reassess my liking of Long Game when I did the review more recently, but it's still the worst of Series 1. But not as much as it could have been.
Do I think that's the worst of Series 1?
It's a toss-up between Boomtown and Long Game for me.
Oh, no, I love Boomtown. No. I absolutely adore Boomtown. I think that's an excellent story.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, people don't like Aliens in London and World War 3, but I think it's a brilliant take your brain out, and I always enjoy it.
It's just, that series is just, it's got its teething problems. I think the show in season 2 has much more swagger about it, because they found their feet. The show is a massive success. It's got a new lead who looks more comfortable in the role. There's a lot, there's less drama behind the scenes. It's my understanding that
you're an ASMR's nightmare at the moment, Fraser.
Sorry, feeding my rabbits. I've heard from people who've seen a few episodes of Series 14, not the specials, but Chuty's first few episodes, and apparently the show again is full of swagger and confidence, as it should be, and I felt like it, one way or the other, it was lacking that in the last era.
I think it was just a little bit, but there's so much control, which was actually stifling it. I think that doesn't help.
Yeah. So, see, I like Series 1, but it's the series I rewatched the least.
Mm-hmm. I think for an actor to get one season and done and prove how good a Doctor they could be, Eccleston's the template. I
think Chuty might want to do one series.
Really?
There was a rumour. I've not been told that, but there was a rumour flying about that might be the case. He's a very popular, busy man.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if they get him in, he storms the castle and then gets out.
We'll see.
And then
but hopefully, if that happens, it's not a deja vu situation where he leaves on bad terms.
No, oh god, no. I don't think that's the case at all. I think he's having the time of his life, and him and Millie just look absolutely fantastic together. So, but we'll see. Just give me Lydia West, and I'll be happy.
I'm sure you would. Absolutely, no, great actress as well. I'm going to probably wrap it up a little bit from there, Fraser.
What?
Yes. There is no live stream next month, so this has covered it.
This
2
is your
hours
bonus,
instead of one and a bit.
This is your bonus length episode.
Yes, this is your extra length episode. The next one's in October because there's no one in November food month. But
it's your bumper episode. You've got 3 likes in your video. In this video, I'm assuming one's
4
you
likes.
and one's. Well, one's me, one's you. Who's the other 2?
Well, I don't know, but somebody's watching because they've just liked it.
Comment.
As we were speaking, somebody's just liked. Whoever that was, please leave a comment. The chat is working on YouTube. It's not working on here. I've noticed that all stream, but because nobody's actually been saying anything, it's not been a concern. So, see if I can get that working now. Some reason my stream software's been a bit funny recently.
I've a text thing. I'll see if it pops up.
Yeah. No, yours is coming up. I can see the test on YouTube, but it's just seeing if it's going to come up here on the stream. May take a minute to load up. It takes a minute to talk to each other. You are showing on the stream dashboard, so it's just trying to get the live stream viewer on the chat viewer on screen now. Feeling about with something that's not really relevant now because we're freaking near the end.
Don't wrap up just yet. I'm getting a phone call from my fiance. I'm coming back in a second.
All right, okay. Well, I've just got a couple of things to talk about anyway in regards to what's coming up this month. I've already alluded to, obviously, I've got a Doctor Who review for Invasion of the Dinosaurs coming up this month. It's not the only thing. So we have the clip, which is due out. I put it as Wednesday, and the reason I've done it as Wednesday is I've got a busy Monday. So I'm not going to be able to get it up in time tonight or tomorrow, so it'll go up Wednesday instead at 6 p.m. GMT instead of the usual next. No, hold on a minute, I'm talking rubbish. It usually goes up on Wednesday anyway. I'm talking absolute mince. I'm talking absolute ball ache. Yeah, no, hold on a minute. I need to double check that now. I've completely confused myself. Live stream. Yes, it is a Wednesday. I was right. I don't know why I'm worrying. I usually have up by Monday. That's what it is. Oh, it's the first impressions. I'm getting completely confused. Never mind. Right. So yeah, Streamstructor trick on Wednesday. It will be the unboxing. So if you have missed that, you can have a look at that again. It will be available for you to view as a separate video. Then Kelvin Grove Museum, which I edited back all the way back in February, but the Doctor Who Worlds of Wonder took precedence. Last month. So Kelvin Grove is coming up next Sunday at 4 p.m. GMT. That's the only swap about. Then we have Invasion of the Dinosaurs on the 16th at 4 p.m. GMT. Fires of Vulcan, the Big Finish audio, on the 19th at 6 p.m. GMT. And I'm putting the finishing touches to Six Facts and Elizabeth II as we speak. That's on the 23rd at 4 p.m. GMT. And I'll be perfectly and brutally honest, I have no idea what I'm doing for the 30th, which is why it's a TBC. I was going to think about revealing it, but I have 2 choices. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. So it'll be a nice surprise for everybody.
Sorry.
Hello, Fraser. That's all right.
So sorry. When you have a joint account and and you use the other person's card, you have to then approve it, and they're trying to order their food at their hen. So, yeah, sorry. You have a surprise vlog?
I have a surprise video at the end of the month.
Is it the 100th?
No, it won't be. The 100th is following. It's the following week. But you'll get the usual stuff in the community tab. Thank you for your patronage this afternoon, sir. I noticed that.
You're welcome.
So that's all there as well. But you'll get the community tab when it comes up about next month, around about the end of April. But this is the schedule for April here. As you can see, there is a to be confirmed. I have one of 2 options. I haven't decided which one yet. And I am actually about 3 weeks ahead. I've had a few reenactment issues that delayed me.
I have a suggestion.
Yes.
People who watch this either now or later on catch up should comment either option 1 or option 2, not knowing what they are, and whatever one gets the most votes, that's the one you do.
Right. Well, one option will be an easy one for me. Second option, not so much. It's up
Well,
to you.
it's no longer in your hands. It's now in the hands of your 365. That's how many days of the month, a year there are.
365 subscribers. I have as many subscribers as number of days in a normal year, yes.
It's up to your 365 subscribers. One of which is not right now. There's 4 watching, and one of them is not me or you. Right. So
what are you insinuating? I'm watching it twice.
No, I am. I've got it up on my laptop and I've got it up on my telly.
Yeah.
So, because I'm working. So I think that person who's watching, stop hiding in the corner. Pick right now in the comments option 1 or option 2.
Yeah.
And if you're watching this later, I insist. Yeah. You said something so inappropriate. I can tell you in the comments, option 1 or option 2.
Yeah.
Didn't he be a backseat fan? Be involved. Teamstructor and all that
going.
jazz.
Hashtag Teamstructor, all that. Yes, absolutely.
Teamstructor.
Yeah. So, don't say hashtag Streamstructor. That's not on this video, thank you. But there we are. But no, if you want to join in the community and everything, we've got the Twitter, we've got the Facebook, we've got the community tab here on YouTube. We have the Instagram, which will occasionally have images up. Usually at the moment, it's just a still shot from the vlog coming up. Yeah, thank you, Fraser. That'll be appreciated. It will come up, as you can see, so it will come up. So, and then, of course, we've got the Patreon, which this esteemed gentleman is a patron for me. So thank you very much, sir.
For my sins.
Yep, for your sins. You're paying £1 a month. I don't know how sinful that is to you. God help me if you pay £4, but there we are. But yeah, 3 options. Level 1, you get a name check at the end of the video, like this gentleman will get in a moment. Level 2, you get the videos at least a week in advance. Those who aren't live streams or special videos, I don't want to release to patrons until everybody wants them, gets them. And also, the 3rd level will be extra videos, including the extended version of... Fraser.
What? I didn't know.
That went live on this pitch on the mics, my streaming software as soon as it went on YouTube as well. But yeah, no. So yeah, we found out who our flag waver was. It's you. But there we are.
It's not. I'm honestly not this. I'm honest to God not the 4th person.
No, you're not.
Honestly, I'm not.
You're not.
I'm hopping between chat accounts, but I am not. I'm not anywhere else. I've got it on my laptop and I've got it on the telly, and I've not got it anywhere else.
You cheeky swine!
What?
It's you 3 times.
Don't know what you're talking about.
It's you 4 times, blooming hell. How many accounts do you have, boy?
Let's just say you've only got legitimately 362 subscribers.
Well, I'll put that down to 361 because I've got Stan Toba subscribed to me as well.
Yeah,
so
and I'm going to create a faithful YouTube channel at some point in time as well, so you'll go up to 366.
We got the leap year subscribers, yeah. No, in all seriousness, though, it's it's much appreciated if you give a hand. With the Patreon, you get the extra extended videos. We've got the Rainbow X-Rated, that's still available. That was funny. We've got the 2 extras from Arthur, the 2 constructors from Arthur, which looks like YouTube will never allow me to put up. And we've got the Frosty and Snowman extended option from Christmas. That's available as well. But now only available to level 3 or above. It was a special offer until the end of last month.
That's fair.
Yeah. Or the end of February, rather. But yeah, that's it from me, really. Thank you very much, Fraser.
Well, I'm not done. I've got another half hour to go.
Oh, I'm sure you've got another half hour to go, yes.
Just
well,
leave,
we've got another
just leave the stream open.
I will quickly chat to you before I leave for the Doctor Who meeting after this anyway. But
right, let me know when we're clear.
Yes, I'll let you know when we're clear. But yes, guys, thank you very much for watching. Either live, like the flag waver who's not revealing themselves, and also I know, and also for the people watching later on, and a lot of people do. I mean, this is the thing. The worry videos for me are the live stream clip, and they've been one of the better ones recently. So thank you everybody for watching. It's much appreciated. It is getting me out there quicker because I've had 7 new subscribers since the last live stream, and that's only 3 weeks.
Good.
So that's a good run. If I can have an average of 2 a week throughout the year, that's me getting about 100 in 1 year, which is more than I've ever had.
How's your first reaction to the Power of the Doctor doing?
It's kind of stabilised at just over 300.
Okay. Because I felt that did quite well.
It does. That's the second zeitgeisty one.
Right.
I tell you one thing though, the unboxing of the LG telly still going on. 6,000 views now.
Bunch of telly nerds.
I know, absolutely. No, I'm really pleased about that one. It's really good.
Yeah.
And I think it is driving quite a bit of traffic my way as well, which is really helpful. So thank you everybody for watching that and keep an eye on that. But yeah, what's the current total? 6119 as it stands at the time of recording.
What the hell?
And it's only been out since May the 24th, like 22nd last year.
Wow, that's 6119. 611. That's good. Is that your biggest video?
From the daily upload era for 2016, yes.
Right, okay.
Which isn't a promo video. Anything that's not an advertised promo video, because obviously the promo videos are advertised for obvious reasons. But the only four videos that are better than it that aren't promos are the 4 that I did in 2006 for the Trial of the Time Lord, previously in Next Times. And the unboxing TV video is getting close to one of them as it stands. So yeah, 5th most popular video ever. Most popular video since the weekly upload era is the unboxing TV. My God. So it's doing really well and it's really got a lot of traction, and it's 97.7% likes as well. Right. Good. Which is really good. Imagine having the energy and time in your life to click thumbs down on a video. I know there's some people that do that. It really does. Of course, the YouTube's taken that away now, so you don't get that kind of. I think that's probably helping with the likes because people aren't seeing how many people are disliking it now. But even so, it just shows genuinely people are liking the video and what they're getting. And the best bit is when I actually turn the telly on for the first time. Is that the most replayed bit? Yeah. That's fun for all concerned. It is interesting. Anyway, I will get going now. You've got a wee thing to go to. I've got a Doctor Who group to go to. If I don't stop now, I'll have no chance of being there by 8:30. Anyway, but thanks guys for watching as always. Yeah, keep it up, keep it going. I will see you on Wednesday with the video for this clip, the clip stream from here, and then I'll see you on the vlog next Sunday. Like the video, like it, share it, #Teamstructor, hit that subscribe button and notifications bell. Thank you. So you know when a new video comes out. I will see you in the 4th of June on the live stream. Fraser, no doubt, will annoy me before that on chats and everything else. And I'll see you at my stag. You will. I'll see you personally in 3 weeks' time. That's our next event. That's our next meeting. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Right. Okay. Well, thanks, guys, for watching. Thank you, people. Thank you. Hopefully, next time I don't get interrupted by Streamstructor as well. That'll be interesting. But we'll see how we go. What's that, Julian? Don't say anything. I can never confirm it. What? I can neither confirm or deny. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What's it going to be next time? 5 facts on Robert the Bruce? I mean, it is now. Fact number 1, he was called Robert. Fact number 2, Bob to his friends. Fact number 3, he met a big talking spider. Fact number 4, he went and stayed and spent some time somewhere on a coast when he got beat up in a battle. Oh, what was it called? Where did he go? He went somewhere because I've been to it recently. Anyway, he went there and he hid away and he recuperated. And fact number 5, he was not around at the same time as William Wallace. Mm-hmm. That is Hollywood bullcrap. It is Hollywood bullcrap. It's Braveheart bullcrap is all I'm going to say to that. Oh, fact number 6, bonus fact. There is a movie called Robert the Bruce that came out a few years ago, played by the same actor who played Robert the Bruce in Braveheart, and it is well worth a wee watch. I'll certainly have a look at that and have a think about that, absolutely. But on that bombshell, we'll leave it there. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Fraser, once again. Thanks, guys, for watching, and you know what? Pleasure. I'll see you later. Bye!